Hello and welcome to another exciting adventure with Lore and Law on this lovely show that I like to call Lore's Lecture. Today I want to talk a little bit about society. Society tends to dislike anyone who's different. The problem with this mentality is that anyone who's different is actually looking at the world in a different perspective, and that's how things advance. So what society does, because you don't fit in, is ostracize you. Either that or get rid of you. A lot of the time they're deemed as criminals, these people who think differently, and are jailed. Now, I'm not saying like drug users or people who steal property from other people. That's not what I'm talking about. These are criminal thoughts that actually view the world in a different manner. I'm referring to people who advanced technology. Let's take stem cell research for a second. There are laws against using stem cells from aborted embryos for things. Now, whether or not that's right, that's not the issue. Because people who think outside the box don't think of right or wrong. They think of, advancement. So, there's a lot of things that can be done with stem cells. We can, perhaps grow a new limb or something. These people who have spinal issues, can't walk anymore, could perhaps walk again with this research. Now, that's fascinating, right? But if you were to break the law, you would go to jail. Even though you were actually trying to help more people. Maybe. Either that or you just find it fun. So, the reason I bring this up is because, well, let's look here for a second. There's a little quote from Heinlein that says, "A society that gets rid of all its troublemakers goes downhill." That's right. If you get rid of people who think differently, who are troublemakers, you don't advance. And you and I should be all about advancement. Why? Well, right now, a lot of us are actually living pretty decently. We're actually living great compared to what it could be, right? Let's look at Africa for a second. Horror, horror, horror. Okay, well, with advancement, with thinking differently, with being a bit of a troublemaker, getting away from Europe, breaking away from Britain, we've advanced. Not that Britain hasn't advanced either, not that Europe hasn't advanced, but they have troublemakers still too. These people who think differently. So, instead of looking down on people who are breaking laws, instead of putting them away, why don't we get them together and have a little conference about thinking? Think differently. It's okay. Not everyone is capable of thinking differently, and just because you think you're thinking differently doesn't mean you are, but at least you're trying. So, let's help advance society. And with that was Laura's lecture. It was a crappy episode, but that's okay, because I'm doing this in a rush. I have like a total of 5 minutes to get this done. And I had no idea what I was going to do before I started. So, enjoy! I'm going to stop recording now.